Hey, good enough watchers. I figure I take you along as I give you an update on the bug. So, this evening we find ourselves in the garage and it is in a complete state of disorder. Uh, yeah, I gotta turn on all my lights manually because I'm just too lazy to hook them up. Where's this? Basically, I'm making this video to catch you guys up as I wait on parts. So I'm kind of killing time. I will show you everything I've did, and I will show you what I plan on still doing while we wait on parts. But man, this garage is a complete disaster. I'm trying something new here, have my phone on a stick. Sure, these are called selfie sticks and you're supposed to be pointing it at yourself, but obviously I'm not. Anywho, so first some biggins. I don't share on the Open Inverter Forum non-EV related stuff, but as you can see, we've installed some seats in the Bug. These are out of a Mini Cooper Countryman or Clubman or something like that. Absolutely love these. What I like about them is that they're both manual, right? So they're not heated, they're not automatic, they don't have massages. And that's the theme for the Bug, guys. It's less means more. Okay, so I also want to show you that I've installed seat belts. Also out of a Mini. These are out of a different Mini though, not one of those Countryman or Clubmans. Those were too fancy. So the bottom of the seat belts came with the seats, and I thought, what the hell, maybe I can actually get them. And these have been installed. I share them on like the Samba. I don't share them on Open Inverter, these installations, but they work great. A lot of times when you install seat belts from a different vehicle into your Classic, they won't pull smoothly. They're just so finicky. And aftermarket seat belts suck. Not many people want to make them just for liability reasons. Anyway, so what else have I done? Well, over here, I extended the throttle cable. This is the Honda Fit throttle pedal harness. It's got to run through the tunnel to the back of the car. Speaking of extending harnesses, I also had to extend the safety box harness. So I did that. So I've been busy and want to just share with you back to the seats. I love these seats. The one thing that I don't really like about them, and I think this is because that vehicle was a four-door, they don't really go forward much. Like, oh wow. But, makes sense if we do a rear seat delete. But other than that, they have the David Lombardo support and probably a couple levers that I don't even know what they do, but they are manual. So I really like that. Let's see. You can tell I've been busy doing some cooling, plumbing, and wax on, wax off. The inverter is out. The charger is out. And we've been doing some work on that. So let me show you. On the workbench, which is miraculously, absolutely miraculously clean, I have the ding dong charger and I have a motorcycle battery. And that's one of the connections I made. And then over here, we should have more stuff. So I've also made the connection for the battery. I don't know if that snapped in, I really don't care. And then this is my Walmart charging receptacle. And I've wired that up. I noticed they only use 3 out of the 5 wires. The skinny ones are for control pilot and proximity pilot. By the way, this one comes off pretty easy. It's kind of like a 1, 2, and they put numbers on here what you're supposed to do. I don't know how, if this was already in a vehicle, you would figure out how to unplug these. You just wouldn't. This one is a freaking 4-step process to unplug it. Like, you pull this green thing back, you press this down, then I think you push this stupid thing back in, and then you press this top button in. It's easier to launch a nuclear warhead missile than take that thing off. Anyway, I've been working on the charger. I bought this fuse holder, one of the things we were waiting on. Oh, come on. You're going to make me look bad. I can't do this one-handed. Ah! I thought it came with a fuse. Sometimes you buy and they come with fuses. Of course, when I needed a fuse, they don't. So I need a 150 amp fuse. These maxi fuses go up to 120, so I just bought a bunch of 120s. Good enough. And I also need some high voltage, like 600 volt, 30 amp, or 25 amp, whatever they recommend, fuses, or at least one for the battery pack. So these connections are, this is DC high voltage, this is DC low voltage, and then this is AC alternating current, not to be confused with air conditioning, right? Anyway, what are we going to be doing today over on my junk cart? I think the way this works, I think I figured it out. If you have a clean workbench, you're going to have a messy work cart. If you have a clean work cart, you guessed it, you're going to have a messy workbench. It's basically Clark Kent and Superman. All right, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to work on installing this switch, forward and reverse switch in the bug. So hopefully we'll do that tonight. And let me show you if I can. Obviously, this is just going to go. Am I doing this right? Like it matters. It's going to go in there, but I have to make a plate. Notice the BMW battery pack hardware is going to get used. Sorry for the wobble. So that's going to go in there with a plate. So sometimes you got to do kind of sort of fun stuff. And then we have this. I hate red gauges and red lights because they alert me, but you know, Bunky's red. So Bunky's going to get red. Switch. I mean, you guys have seen these. So this is going to be like our ignition on. And then I wish that just said start and not engine start. I might have to do something about it. The idea with that one is to put it here where the ashtray could be. So this is going to be sort of the general idea. Sorry about the wobbly cam. So I'm going to work on those two things and probably a couple others I've forgotten about. Let's do it.